Welcome to everything you need to know before purchasing a shortwave radio. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Marlboro, where now you can get a 2-pack special only at participating Casey stores. First, let's discuss what is shortwave radio. If you're a fan of 98.9 The Rock, you already know that that's on 98.9 megahertz. The shortwave bands live much lower in the spectrum. This particular unit starts at around 1.7 megahertz and goes to about 18. This covers most of the standard shortwave frequencies. Shortwave radios come in many different types of configuration, but all basically work the same. This unit is a 1958 Signet, and it's transistorized, and it works very well. If you'd like something a little newer, we bought this little gem off Amazon for about $30. It's made of lightweight plastic, most likely recycled meat wrappers, but it's what's inside that counts. This particular unit has a handy crank where you can wind it up and charge the batteries. It's also got a light that you'll need after the first Chinese nuclear missile strike. And now you're asking, what can I possibly listen to if I have a shortwave radio? As you scan the dial, you'll find people talking in languages that you had no clue ever existed. But that aside, there's many useful things you can listen to on shortwave, including WWV radio, the National Atomic Time Clock that broadcasts on multiple frequencies all around the world, so you always know what time it is, as long as you know how to properly add or subtract 5 or 6 hours from Greenwich Mean Time. You'll also find all kinds of religious programs, and I do mean all kinds. Whoops! How did that get in there? Let's make that go away. But most importantly, you can get news and information from other parts of the world, well outside the state-run media here in the United States. So far, a standard shortwave radio will do all things we just described. However, if you want to listen to amateur radio, or for fun we'll call it the ham bands, you'll need a radio with single sideband capability. And that's really complicated. We would cover that in a future broadcast. And that will conclude tonight's broadcast, a primer on shortwave radio. And before I go, I'd like to say thank you. And I would also like to say thank you, Thomas Edison, for making sure that Evergy gets a good part of my paycheck every week.